Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Thank you for joining us on our third pre-Gen Con coverage video, where we're going to discuss the top games to discover according to the BGG Gen Con 2023 preview page. There's about 550 games listed on this page. About 140 are games that are only listed by the manufacturer as being available to demo, which means they're not available for sale yet, more likely to promote for an upcoming Kickstarter or of course a future retail release. Hopefully you had a chance to check out our previous video of our must-buys where we picked our top 12. We had about 5 crossovers, so there's about 18 games that we hope to get at Gen Con. And then the first video we did was the hottest games according to BGG users who gave at least 75 or more thumbs up. And there's about 40 games on that video. So let's take a look at our first game here. Go ahead, Julie.
This is Charcuterie, the board game, a delectable game of appetizer arrangement. It's for 2 to 6 players, 10 to 30 minutes, ages 12 and up, and release date is this year, and it's only going to be a demo, so I cannot wait to do this one. And the chefs compete, drafting meats and more to create the most delicious charcuterie board.
And if you see right there, it's a I Cut You Choose set collection game, which is similar to games where we have one that involves pie, then they came out with it as New York pizza, where you have so many cards and I'll take 3 and I'll leave the other 2 for you. So it's going to be something like that.
Okay.
Whereas you're going to try to pick things that benefit you, but you're going to leave some behind for the other player. So we'll see if it's just how much of it is like the other game we have. And the reason why we picked this is because we will be doing videos on this. Hopefully we'll be going to the booths and trying to film it.
Yep.
Okay, so the next one is Quartermaster General East Front. So this is by Ares Games. It's a 1 versus 1, takes about 2 hours. An in-depth look at one of the major operational theaters in World War, should say II. It's a hand management war game, and of course World War II. The reason why I picked this is because my brothers and I, we did the Hell Freezes Over book, the Eastern Front, the Weird Wars. It's a D20 system by Pinnacle. And so I have, having done this, wrote this book with my 2 brothers, I have a big interest in the Eastern Front. So anytime I see a game about that, I want to check it out. Now, Julie, obviously we're going to coverage it, but doesn't mean we're going to want to buy it because that's a long game for Julie and it's a war game.
My 2 least favorite things.
All right, so Core Quest, we did back this, but there's not much pictures or available information on it. We have the core set. This is an expansion. So go.
It's 1 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes, ages 6 and up, and you're going to level up your heroes and play through exciting campaigns in Core Quest. And I love about this, it's cooperative. There's dice, and there's it's an expansion for the base game, and it's an adventure.
Yeah, well, we know that because it's based on Hero Quest. So what's different about this is you're going to get to level up your heroes. So I think that's the major thing that's different about it.
Yep.
So definitely want to check that out.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so the next is Path of Civilization, A Story of Humankind. This is by Captain Games, 1 to 5 players. Again, another long game, 1 to 2 hours. Release date, we'll see if it really will release on that day. Having been a manufacturer, you're lucky if you can meet your release dates. Civilization development with simultaneous play. So events, hand management. So we'll see how it is. There's a lot of Civilization games out there. Will this do anything different? And if it does do it differently, will it be enough for us to want to deal with an hour or more play time? Okay, what do you have here?
Haunted Halloween, the trick-or-treat game. It's by Castle Clark, LLC, and it's 2 to 4 players, 20 to 40 minutes, ages 8 and up, and should be releasing next year. And you survive the ghost gauntlet and trick-or-treat a haunted neighborhood. So it's events, negotiation, and it's a children's game, and I really like that.
Yeah, and we like covering children's games if you've looked at our other videos. There is some roll and move in here, and it looks like you're able to bring things out to try to slow down your opponents. We'll see if this is a game that you'll want to play as an adult, or is it something that only you'd play with kids?
Yeah.
The best children's games are the ones that you would want to play as an adult as well.
That's true.
Okay, so we have Call of Cthulhu on the Orient Express, the board game. This is by Chaosum, who is the publisher of the original Call of Cthulhu. Now, it does have miniatures, and we can't tell from the pictures how many miniatures it has. But it's 1 to 4 players. It's 90 to 120 minutes, another long game. Investigate clues and battle monsters while traveling on the Orient Express. So that's cool that it's on a train, and I think it's based on one of the books.
Oh.
Something. I think there was a H.P. Lovecraft book that did have to do with the train. I'm not too sure about that. You can let me know in the comments. But it has an action retrieval cooperative game, so it is cooperative. That's good.
That's good.
And it's an adventure game with dice. So if it has scenarios, why do they have to be 90 to 2 hours? Makes you wonder.
I don't know.
So could it be too fiddly?
It could be. All right, I get Footprints. It's from Chill Fox Games, 1 to 6 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 10 and up. Lead a Stone Age clan to the mountains before the land is flooded. It's a hand management, modular board, prehistoric.
Right, when I looked at, there was a couple of pictures. It looks like El Dorado, which is a, you know, Indiana Jones jungle adventure trying to get to the end. Remember, it's a race game and you have the hand management, deck building.
I kind of believe that. Remember that, yeah.
And this one, that's a Rainer Knizia game. This one, it looks similar in that way. You're trying to get your tribe to a better environment.
Oh, okay.
So it looks interesting because I think you upgrade your technology and your abilities.
Nice.
Okay, next one. Now this is a reprint. We have the original.
Okay.
So I read this one, right?
Yep.
All right, Santa's Workshop, 2nd edition. Elf Creek Games. There wasn't enough pictures to... the board is different. I don't know how different it is. It's hard to tell. Oh, wow, it's releasing in December. Why would they pick that day? that month. 2 to 5 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 6 and up. Build toys, take care of the reindeer, and decorate the tree at Santa's Workshop. So set collection, worker placement, fantasy, mythology. So this is a 2nd edition. One of the issues with the 1st edition was quality control of the components. So hopefully they've handled that. And there were some issues with the worker placement being like, oh, it kind of forces you, makes you want to do the same action. There's certain things that were better than others, and then you got stuck with leftovers. So this is why we didn't play it as much. Hopefully they fixed that. Okay, and you have
Kalahari by Envy Born Games, 2 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 12 and up. Release date is next year. And you want to prove the strength of your Mer-Cat family's matriarchy by controlling the Kalahari. Area majority / influence, dice rolling, animals, and dice. And I know that I would probably like this because of the playtime, and there's dice, and it's animals.
Yeah. Well, all we have is a picture. We'll get to see, hopefully, what's more involved.
Yep.
Okay, we have Sirens. I did play this at Dice Tower West. It's a solid game. It's 1 to 2. Well, it's 1. I guess you can play solo. I didn't know that. Well, it's definitely 2 players. 10 to 20 minutes. Opposing sirens work against each other to lure sailors to their side of the cove. So it's closed drafting, hand management, card game, mythology. And at the time there was going to be a song that was going to be played based on the order that you lay down the cards. I don't know if that happened or not, but that was being discussed at Dice Tower West. It's definitely a solid mini game. So I'd like to see what version it looks like now, because when I played it, it was a prototype.
Okay.
So I'm sure it's in prototype form, but it's probably been revised.
Sure. All right, I got Super Dice Battle by Ephraim Games, 2 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 10 and up. Characters fight one another to become the champion. There's dice icon resolution, dice, and fighting. So lots and lots of dice. Which,
now, Kapow, we really liked. And we'll see how different this is from Kapow. We don't like playing Dice Masters. I didn't want to collect the dice, so Kapow definitely replaced that game. But to see if this one, how different it is.
Yeah, I'm excited to take a look.
Okay, we have Cascadia Landmarks. It's an expansion for Cascadia, which won a Spiel des Jahres. Flat Out Games, but I believe they have an association with AEG. 1 to 6 players, 30 to 45 minutes, ages 10 and up. Plays beautiful natural landmarks. So in the original, you're placing animals. Now you're adding landmarks as you expand Cascadia. Your in-game bonuses, hexagon grid, expansion for the base game, abstract strategy. So it does take place in the Northwest, so I wonder what kind of landmarks. I see a waterfall. I wonder, and we'll see how much that has to do with it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I wonder if they're going to include Yosemite in that, even though
I don't know.
It's more central.
It is.
But there's definitely lots of landmarks in Yosemite. And of course you have the redwoods in California. I wonder. So here we go.
Okay. All right. We have Nocturne by Flat Out Games. 1 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes, ages 10 and up. Fox mystics cast spells to outwit one another and collect magical forest items. It's an area majority influence, auction bidding, abstract strategy, and animals.
So I wonder how you're going to do auction bidding with a solo game.
I don't know.
This is an AEG game, I believe, distributed by them.
It doesn't say anything.
Right, but because Flat Out Games has a relationship with AEG, and so there's not much available on it. That's all you have is the box cover. Hopefully, we'll be going to an AEG special event to hopefully get some more information about that.
Look forward to that.
So Julie picked this one, Nautilus Island. We had a lot of crossover. This is one that I didn't notice. It's by Funny Fox, 2 to 4 players, 20 to 30 minutes. We like that, ages 8 and up. You are shipwrecked, escaping mysterious and deserted volcanic island. So it's based on the is it Samuel Clemens that did the Lost Continent?
I don't know any.
The Dinosaurs of the Lost World books. I don't remember if it was him or not. I think I'm confusing that. Okay, anyway, it's end game bonuses, race, card game, exploration. I think I'm getting my authors wrong.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think I'm confusing him with somebody totally different, but he was writing at that time. So here we go.
All right. I have, let's see, Natura, New Beginning from Horizon Games. 2 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes, ages 14 and up. Sentient animal tribes explore and take control of a post-humanity world. Oh my.
So they have their demo events listed.
And I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You keep on reading.
Area majority influence, closed drafting, animals, and economic.
Yeah, the only thing that concerns me is why does it need to be almost 2 hours?
Yeah, I don't like that.
When we see that, it tends to be a lot of. It tends to be real fiddly, but you know, we'll take a look at it and see how it looks. It might be worth it. Okay, so Reign of Hades, Legend Crafters, 1 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes. Again, another hour to 2 hour game, ages 14 and up. Fight your way through the underworld and reclaim your divinity as an Olympian god. Action retrieval, area movement, adventure, exploration. So that's an interesting theme. So you're trying to get out of Hades.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd want to as well.
Okay.
Dixie Disney Edition. It's 3 to 6 players, 30 minutes, ages 8 and up. Will others guess which Disney film you're talking about? Storytelling, targeted clues, card game, and a party game.
Yeah, we have the original Dixit. This will be popular. There's a lot of Disney fans, so we definitely want to take a look at the cards hopefully here and see how good the art is.
Yeah,
the art is really good in the original.
Oh, okay.
All right, so this is
cute.
Again, we like looking at intellectual properties, and this is the Smurfs' Hidden Village. Maybe we'll find out why there's only one female Smurf. The Smurfs' Hidden Village, Maestro Media, 1 to 5 players, 25 to 35 minutes, ages 7 and up. Rebuild your mushroom village and find the missing Smurfs. So it's a cooperative game, variable player powers, children's game, and it's based obviously on the Smurfs.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
They're cute.
I mean, I never really watched the show.
I never watched it.
I know what it's about. I saw enough clips.
Oh.
I mean,
I just looking at the little girl. She's very cute.
Right. But she's the only girl in the whole village.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe they've changed it by now. So this one you found.
I did. Grail Cup from Madagot Games. 3 to 8 players, 30 minutes, 10 and up. Be the first to reach the castle. A light race game played in no more than 30 minutes, which that's why I really got onto this. Closed drafting, race, and racing. This might be hard for David and I to play on our own because it's just usually the 2 of us.
Right.
But it looks so cute. I think the idea is
Well, it's the
fun.
artwork done by Kabbalah, who's also did the Apples to Apples and other things like that.
Okay.
Other games like that for Out of the Box, and of course Bruno Fedudi we have a lot of his games, and Matago, we have a lot of their games by that publisher. The only thing that's blocking us is that it's 3 to 8 players.
Yep.
Okay, so Flame and Fang, you also, no, we both picked this one.
I think we both picked this one.
MVP board games, 1 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 12 and up. Be a dragon, fight, fly, and hunt together to survive and reveal the story. So there's some narrative available in this. So it's an action event, cooperative game, which is nice. We like cooperative games. Animals card game.
Sounds fun.
Oh, and this one I know you want. I'll read this one.
Yeah, you read that one.
And again, this is why I brought the book that the role-playing game supplement we wrote, because there's another game about the Eastern Front. Iron Blood, Snow and Mud by Phalanx. They can have a mixed record on their games.
Oh, okay.
So 1 versus 1 at 60 to 90 minutes, ages 14 and up. The Warmock against the Red Army, the Eastern Front of World War II in 60 minutes, which is nice. Area majority influence, dice rolling, war game, World War II. And I believe that's a tiger tank there.
I don't know. You know who I could see you playing this with is our nephew, Michael.
Yes.
I could totally see that.
Who's been in the military.
Yes, he has.
Okay, here you go.
All right. Joyride, Survival of the Fastest from Rebellion Unplugged. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes, 14 and up. Crash, blast, and race your way to victory around
Customizable.
Thank you. Tracks. Dice rolling, push your luck, and racing.
Now, this is looks like a more open-ended. What do we got here? Thunder Road. Thunder Road. You're going down. You're moving right. You got to continue pushing along. This one has, from what I could tell from the few pictures it has an open area, kind of like a demolition derby, where you're able to go around in a circle, and so you're not
cool.
going one direction the whole time.
Nice.
And it also looks like it has more detail on how you customize your cards.
I like that.
Okay, so you found this one.
I did. Avant Card from Raison. I don't know. Sorry.
Raisonum.
But it's 1 to 5 players, 30 to 45 minutes, ages 8 and up. Build the best deck of Cubist art. And it's a deck, bag, and pool building matching card game number. And I saw some pictures and it just looked like it could be really cool.
By the way, I remember who the author I was thinking about, The Lost Road, was Conan Doyle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Samuel Clemens is the one who wrote. He's the one that did Tom Sawyer. Well, I forget what his other name was. Gosh, I'm forgetting my authors from that time period.
That's okay, honey.
Okay, so Spellbook, you also found this one. It's by
did.
Space Cowboys. They're the one that does Splendor.
Oh.
1 to 4 players, 45 minutes, 12 and up. Wide variety of spell combinations, play hundreds of unique games, hand management, set collection, fantasy.
I think it sounds interesting.
And it's not H.G. Wells. Jeez, I'm forgetting my authors again. Who's the one that did Journey to the Center of the Earth? I'll remember in a minute.
I don't know.
Okay, here's this one you didn't find.
No, I didn't. I like the show, though. Oh, can we read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. The Last of Us Escape the Dark from Themeborn Ltd. 1 to 5 players, 60 to 120 minutes, ages 14 and up. A board game with a dark twist on the critically acclaimed video game series. Area management, cooperative, adventure, card game.
Yeah, area movement, actually. So this is going to be, looks like another scenario-based game. We saw the TV series. We did not play the video game.
No. Our kids did.
Right, and that's why we're interested in this, because we did enjoy the series.
I didn't even see it, so that's it. I'm glad you caught that. Looks like a good one.
Okay, 4 Horsemen. This is win-win board games, 1 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes, ages 14 and up. Divine heroes cooperatively work together to prevent the apocalypse. And so it's a cooperative game, which we like. Deck construction, mythology. And I had to brighten up, by the way, the artwork.
Oh, really?
That their image is way too dark.
Oh.
And who knows why, but sometimes publishers will render it so dark and they want to make it look all gloomy, but I actually brought up the brightness on that. I'd imagine how dark it would be if I hadn't done that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be hard to read.
So we're hoping to film all those games, and that way you can see what they look like.
Yep.
And we're going to spend time in the Entrepreneur's Avenue. We do like to promote new publishers as much as possible. We did the same thing at Gamma, because you know they can use help to get their message out there. So many games come out every year. It's important to support the next manufacturers, because you just never know if they're going to come out with the next big thing.
That's right.
So if you haven't had a chance, please check out our hottest games of Gen Con 2023, and of course the games that are must-buys video. So thanks for watching.
Thanks so much, you guys. We hope you have a wonderful week, and if you're at Gen Con, please stop by and say hi to us.
All right, take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.